Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome to the final round of the Project Cars 2 GT3 Leagues for Season 10. Today we are here at one of the most glorious circuits I have ever seen, probably in Project Cars 2, and it is Watkins Glen. I had a drive around there earlier on this morning and it's absolutely fantastic, but it is quite difficult for the drivers to overcome, so we are hoping that these drivers do manage it today. So we are just in practice right now, if you're wondering what's going on, but we're just going to see how these drivers are going to be doing throughout this as well. So I am Jess, I'll be your commentator for the final round of this. It is just me again tonight, but that is absolutely fine. We've got some great drivers and we are very excited. So we just got a quick few announcements. If you didn't watch the stream last week, basically Wolf became champion of the GT3 Leagues, which is absolutely amazing. So I'd like to say well done to him for winning that in XB1 Tier 1. So that is great to see. But he's going to be starting at the back of the grid today, just for a bit of fun, because he knows that the championship is not really one to lose for him, so he'll be starting from the back of the grid. So very, very good to see. You never know, we may be seeing some better drivers there as well. So, and also we've got a very special guest in this lobby. Some of you may know him, but we have got, let me just go and flick to the action then right now. So we're in practice right now, but it gives us time to introduce to a few drivers that you never know. So we have, I'm very excited that we have our Tier 2 XB1 Tier 2 champion guest starring in XB1 Tier 1, because obviously he's won the championship in Tier 2 and he wants to see how he can cope in Tier 1 and whether he'll be going for Tier 1 next season, which I really hope he is. So here we're currently on board with our Tier 2 champion, racing in Tier 1 tonight, and we are very excited for him, and we just like to wish him the best of luck. We have a few supporters of King in the chat, so it is very good to see as well. So Shane Edwards, I think, is supporting him as well. So so the drivers that we got racing tonight, we've got Chirac, we've got Ninja, we've got Rainbow, we've got Moo, we've got Cell Parts, we've got Vanquish, we've got Wolf, we've got the One American, we've got Chaos Fury, we've got Seppel, and we have got Harfox. So those are the drivers you will be seeing tonight. It's not going to be a full grid tonight, unfortunately. A few drivers could not make it. Unfortunately, Aiden, who was meant to be driving tonight, could not make it due to personal reasons, and there's a few other drivers who couldn't make it either. But still, 12 drivers for the last race. It is pretty good going as well. So absolutely brilliant. Now, I don't normally stream practice, but I thought since the last race, I thought I want to see how these drivers are coping, seeing how they're getting to use the track and stuff like that. So absolutely amazing. And I don't know why I'm starting to lose my voice already. So plenty of drinks, I think, for me tonight. I hope you've got plenty of water as well with you whilst you're watching the stream as well. So whilst we are in practice, I would just like to tell you about a few Project Car Leagues that are going to be going on coming up as well, that are sign-ups open. Now, the Triple Crown event is going to be happening on the 2nd of September from 7:30 onwards. So then at 7:30 we'll be qualifying, and then it'll be the actual race at 8 PM. It's 2.5 hours, because obviously it's not Project Cars 2, don't allow 24 hours, so, and sign-ups are still open for that. So if you want to sign up, link is on the forum. It'll be great to see a lot of Xbox drivers there. And I will be commentating Le Mans along with Aiden. So Aiden and myself will be commentating Le Le Mans Crown event for the Xbox One tier, which will be very exciting. I'm very excited for that. And also, the Project Cars 2 coordinators have come up with a league that they're going to be doing to fill in for the whilst the sign-ups for the GT3 Season 11 happen. And that is the GT5 League. So, basically, I don't know much more information about it, but it's going to be starting, I think, on not next week, but the week after for 4 weeks. Not sure entirely sure what's going to happen, but sign-ups are open for that. So if you want to sign up for that, please do, because it'll be absolutely amazing to possibly see some new drivers there as well. So yes, a few leagues that we've got, and also we've got IndyCar happening next Monday, which I will be commentating for that as well. So some great leagues there for you, and it's just great to see the leagues we've got lining up for you, and it's nice that the coordinators have got some very brilliant, good stuff planned. So make sure you tune into the Le Mans Triple Crown event, because I remember watching the Indy 500 for all platforms, and to be honest, it was really good to see the drivers' calibre. Not many people finished, but the ones who did finish, it was a major achievement, and hopefully we can get a lot of finishers in the Mans in a couple of weeks' time. So make sure you keep it locked on the channel on the 2nd of September, because I'm really looking forward to it. Basically, it is going to be fun. So yes, I'm just going to, and if you want to shout out in the chat, also please let me know as well, because it'll be absolutely great to see what is going on with you, because the hashtag for the Project Cars 2 stream is hashtag AOR CARS. So if you want to get involved, make sure you do use the hashtag, because that'll be absolutely amazing for you to get involved in all the action, and possibly root for your favourite drivers of the league, because there are a few drivers that I secretly want to do well, but obviously I'm not allowed to show too much bias, really, because otherwise it's a bit unfair, really. So yes, because Wolf has now won the championship, will we see a different winner in this race tonight? I think because both championships are now crowned, this could prove to be very interesting to see if we could see a new winner. Now, the only winners we have seen so far this season are Wolf, Seppel, and I'm Cyborg. I think those are the only 3 people that have won a race this season. Everybody else hasn't won. So maybe we could see a new winner. Let me know who you think is going to get pole this season, because it'll be great for you to know your opinions, because no matter what opinions you have, I will be looking at them as much as possible. So yes, basically for most of you, the Mans race will be the day before most of you go back to school or college. So this might not be good timing for you, but if it is good timing, it'll be great to see you around there. So practice is just ending, and we are about to start qualifying then for Watkins Glen. And in a minute, I will give you a few details about what you could expect to see around this beautiful, beautiful track around the lake somewhere in New York. Seneca Lake, there we go, Seneca Lake. Why did I almost got that name wrong, but hey ho. I will tell you more information about the track in a minute. So yes, and it'll be interesting to see as well, also, since we're about to open sign-ups for the new season, what tiers will people go on? Because they might change. They may not be in Tier 1 anymore. They might stay in Tier 1. We may get a few new drivers in Tier 1. So I'm very excited to see if any drivers move or something like that. But I won't be surprised if most of it stays the same. But it'll be nice to see our Tier 2 champion get promoted to Tier 1, because he has worked so hard in Tier 2 by the sounds of it. And it would be absolutely amazing to see. So we've got 50 seconds remaining of practice then, and the conditions are proving to be not that difficult for the drivers, because it was quite dark and rainy last week, but they're taking it easy, because both constructors and team and drivers championships are crowned, they can afford to have a lot of fun down here. They can basically race for the fun of it and enjoy it as much as they can, because they deserve it. They have put on a definite good show across the last 10 weeks. It's been amazing to see them grow, to see them develop, to see them improve. It's actually been the first league in AOR where I have been involved since the start, where I haven't missed any race at all, which is quite incredible for me. But the ones I have missed in a few other leagues were for no fault of my own. It was either because I was on holiday or my internet was playing up or stuff like that. But this league, I haven't missed any race at all. So just goes to show how talented these drivers are. So qualifying is just about to get underway here. So it is nicknamed the Glen, the Watkins Glen, and it was located in New York, and it used to be the home of the Formula 1 US Grand Prix before it went to Austin, and it was the home of F1 US Grand Prix for 20 years consecutively, from 1961 to 1980. So that's pretty incredible. And there's also some other leagues that we see around this beautiful track, such as World Sports Cars Championships, the NASCAR Cup Series, the IndyCar Series, and the International Motorsports Association. So as you can tell, a lot of races take place here in real life. So it must mean something for the drivers, and it is definitely a driver favourite and a fan favourite as well. So hopefully we can see a lot of these drivers pulling out all the stops to win today as much as they can, and we'll be keeping a close eye on all of them today, seeing how they're doing. Chirac is definitely looking for a better result today. I have seen his Twitter post. He did not too bad last week, but he was aiming for something better. But fingers crossed he can gain a better result today. We're keeping our fingers crossed for all of AOR today, basically. So yeah, it should be very interesting for the drivers. So 12 drivers racing today. All of them are out on track at the moment. So could this be a gamble for some of them? Because if you don't have clean air in front of you, this can really put off your lap ever so slightly, and this could be quite tricky. So we've got a few people warming their tyres up. We've got King and I think Selpa warming up their tyres, and I think because I'm a nice person and he's just come up from the Tier 2 League, we are going to follow and do an onboard with our Tier 2 champion, Mr. King. Why have I called him Mr. King? So we are riding on board with King here. He's gone a bit wide into turn 1, so maybe that's compromised his lap a little bit. Clip the corner a little bit. Going through the uphill section of the track, he managed to do quite well, not bumping into any walls at the moment. Don't forget, this tier is a lot harder than Tier 2, so maybe he can't afford to become complacent around here. Approaching turns 3 and 4. Oh, he's got a bit of a corner cut, so his lap time will probably be invalidated. So that will be a bit of a shame if that happens at the moment. The sun is blaring down on him at the moment. He can't afford to make much mistakes from then on. He'll probably have a few more chances to get a few more laps in at this stage, but not many people have raced this track before, but the ones who did probably are going to stand from the crowd today. So as he approaches the downhill section now, as he goes downhill, you can afford to have a little bit of speed there. The last few corners are tricky, especially this one. You've got to brake incredibly hard to make sure you get that turn in. To be honest, when I drive here, I even find that corner and this corner difficult. So I don't know how these drivers manage to do it really. So as King approaches the final corner, it looks like his lap was going to be invalidated because he clipped the corner a few times, but you never know. It might be the game might judge it better otherwise. So let's see what he does. Oh, his lap time is not invalidated. That is good. But because of him missing the corners a few times, it caused him to go up into 5th place. So maybe he can get a bit better, but we can see a few better lap times, I think, from him. So Wolf did say he was starting from the back, so I'm not entirely sure what is happening with that, because he set an incredible lap time of pole position. Maybe he wants to get pole position for the pride, I think. That's what he wants at the moment. So here he is, our Season 10 Tier 1 champion. To be honest, he wasn't expecting to win the championship at Sugo last week. He was expecting to claim it in this track here. But again, he can afford to have a little bit of fun. And to be honest, the Ginettas this game have been a phenomenal force here. They've been amazing, incredible to see what these drivers can do under intense pressure. In different platforms of the game, different cars are dominant. In Xbox One, the Ginettas are dominant, and that is what's showing. Moo is hoping he can gain his first win. Maybe, since Wolf has won the championship, maybe Wolf can possibly give a helping hand to Moo. But to be honest, we don't even know if that will happen. Will team orders come into play for the final round of this crucial stage of the championship? Because they want to score as many points as possible, but this won't have a detrimental effect on the championship, since the championship's already been decided. But it looks like Selpa or someone has gone a bit wide there, so that's compromised a bit of his lap time, but hopefully he can improve. Well, according to the chat, someone has seen King go into the 141s, and he can possibly gain P2. Now, we've just seen, just now, whilst we've seen other people race, King has improved on his lap time. It's now on a 142.3. But Wolf is 0.5 of a second clear of everybody else at the moment. But I wonder if King can improve on his time, due to the fact I think he can. It can be done, it is possible, because there is a lot of confidence for people in the chat. And let me know your predictions for pole, guys, because the field is shaping up to be very close, because the field between 2nd and 4th is separated by 5 to 6/10 of a second, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing to see these racing go from there. They are putting up all the stops, even though it's the last race, and that's what we like to see. I know I keep saying that's all we like to see, but this it is. And I've been looking forward, to be honest, commentating on this race all day. It's always been a highlight, the last race of this championship, due to the fact of so many difficult corners. But if you overtake someone, it could be absolutely very rewarding for the drivers. It is quite tricky to overtake in some places as well. So I won't be surprised if there are some corners which people can try and overtake, but it won't be possible, because some of these drivers are very daring. They want to get the best possible result, but they know if there's not much space, they obviously can't overtake, because otherwise there could be some consequences, and we don't really want to get these consequences. Joshua in the chat wants Moo to win this race and get pole. To be honest, there's a few people that are hoping Moo to get it, but there's a few people hoping that Wolf to get it, because Wolf has won 7 out of the last 9 races, which is unheard of, I think. Just shows how dominant he is and stuff like that. And yes, and also we got Parfox back. I do believe Parfox wasn't here last week, as well as a few other people, so it's great to see, and Selpar as well. So Selpar And Parfox crossing the start finishing line. He hasn't improved on his time. He's probably going to start on his flying lap at the moment. Let's see what he can do. He's probably one of the only ones starting his flying lap now. So, we're going to see if we can go on board with it. Going into the very, very tricky corner of the circuit. Handling it very, very nicely. Keeping it central at the moment, which is what he needs to do at the moment. He's in 6th gear at the moment. Down into 5th gear around this tricky hander. Managing to not cut the corner, which is good. Almost slipped the curve there. In 3rd to make sure he hits that corner nicely. He didn't have to brake too hard because he was at a lower gear, which was quite nice. To be honest, if you're a lower gear, you can afford to brake only a little bit, and so you can afford to have a bit more speed coming up. So going through to the uphill, you need a little bit more power. So a bit of a lower gear will probably be better here, as he was deciding to put 2nd gear for this uphill battle, because the lower the gear, the more power that this car has, and that is a really good decision for him. As he would go to another uphill section, he'll probably would like to go down the gear, which he does. He manages his corner very well at this stage. Very nicely done, very nicely handled from Parfox. He seems to be on a very good lap at the moment, keeping it very, very clean there, as he now goes into 3rd, 4th. He is going to go into some higher gear, and he's going to cross the start finish straight now. Is he going to set the fastest lap time? No, he doesn't improve. He doesn't improve. Let's see who else is on a faster lap time. Rainbow, I think, is on a lap time as well. So we're going to see how well he does at the moment. I think he's slowing down, so he's probably going to the pits. How about Frangwish? How's he doing? Where's Frangwish? I don't know where he's gone. Oh, he's gone to the pits. And I think Selpar is going slowly. Yes, every car is going slowly at the moment. So that means, for like the millionth time in a row, Wolf has taken pole position. What can this man can't do? What track is he not good at? There was a few tracks he was not good at, but this track, absolutely brilliant lap from him. He has dominated this qualifying. Will he dominate the race? Will he control the start like he is, or will he bottle the start on purpose and start from the back of the grid? We will have to wait and see for that one. So if you just joined us, hello, you joined us at the right time. This is the Xbox One Elite Tier for Project Cars 2 Apex Online Racing. Qualifying has just finished, with Wolf taking pole position, with Moo in 2nd, King in 3rd, our Tier 2 champion. What a great lap from him, brilliant stuff. With Chaos Fury in 4th, Rainbow in 5th, Ninja in 6th, Parfox in 7th, Frangwish in 8th, Sepple in 9th, and the one American rounding up the top 10 with Selpar in 11th place. So those are the 11 drivers that have qualified for this Watkins Glen Grand Prix. And for some reason it's telling me it's United Kingdom, but it's not, it's America. So ignore that. I don't know why in the game it says completely the wrong nationality. So, and also if you're new to the AOR streams, we do have a process of the AOR rolling start, which I will go through in a lot more detail in a moment. But first of all, each of the drivers have 2 minutes to change their setup. 2 minutes to change their setup to possibly maximise their pace, because their qualifying setup can be absolutely different to their race setup. But if they change too much, it can be a bit costly. So they got to do something. They got to make sure that they're most comfortable in making sure these setups do work to their full advantage, which I really hope they do. Once the rolling start starts, I will brief you with a little bit more information with how it works. Because if you want to join the AOR Project CARS 2 leagues, every league does the rolling start. So if you want to know what all it is about, listen to the stream. Because I will tell you all you need to know about running starts. So we're about to get underway. We won the Watkins Glen Grand Prix. The rolling start is just about to start now. The countdown has just gone, but they will wait for 5 seconds after the lights have gone out. And then after that, it's up to Wolf to lead the field away at a speed of 80 miles per hour, 120 kilometers an hour. Now, they all need to go. Oh! What is happening with Wolf? Oh! I told you. I told you. I told you he wouldn't control the start because he's starting from the back of the grid, like Seppel said to me earlier. I didn't think he was going to do it there and then. It's a good shout, Wolf. So, Moo is starting on pole for this. So, could he get his first win? Or will our Tier 2 champion bring him up on the wings? It's going to be very close. So, they're all at, well, the leader has to be a speed at 80 miles per hour, 120 kilometers an hour. And then they'll go to a formation point, which is usually about 10-10. And that is where all the drivers go in a 2x2 formation. So 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 one side, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on the other side, with 11 at the back as well. So they'll go into that format, and then they'll go reduce speed at 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers an hour, until they get to the acceleration point, which is the start-finish straight. And then it will be up to our race leader, Moo, to floor it, and that will signify the start of the race. So, if you're wondering, well, I have a few questions why Wolf is starting from the back. He has told me he will be starting at the back because he's got nothing to lose. He's won the championship, drivers and constructors. So it doesn't matter where he finishes. And he wants to see how many positions he can gain at the start of this Grand Prix. How many positions he gains. So that is why he's starting from the back. He wants to challenge himself. He wants to do things out of his comfort zone. He wants to see if he can make his way through the field. So everyone is going on a 2x2 formation. How will King fare with these Tier 1 drivers who have been doing it since week 1? We are about to find out, as we're about to go to the start-finish straight. It'll be up to Moo to floor it. Let's see. We are about to start this Watkins Glen Grand Prix, and Moo's got a really incredible start. He's pulling away from the rest of the field right now, and we've got King not too bad, but he's under pressure from Chaos Fury right behind. Chaos Fury having a good start as well. So quite a few of the field bunched together, but we've got Selpart right at the back. Wolf has gained a lot of positions there, and he's going to try and get one American there as well, already gaining about 3 positions, which just shows how powerful these genetic cars are at this stage, as he's already making his way through. So we've got Rainbow trying to make his way past Chaos Fury. Is already hotting up between the front drivers. So already Moo in first place, King in second, Chaos Fury in third place, Rainbow in fourth, Parfox in fifth, and the gap between these 4 drivers is separating by 1 to 2 seconds, which is absolutely amazing. And as you can see, Moo is already pulling away, but King is not giving up. He is doing his absolute best to make sure he catches him. And all, we have Aiden in the chat as well. Hello, it's nice to see him joining along for the ride, chatting in the chat. It is great to see as well. So it's going to be astonishing to see how these drivers manage tonight, with Wolf not starting on pole. Wolf's already up to 8th, now he's up to 7th already. He's making it look easy. I think the drivers are like, nah, I'm going to let Wolf through. But it's like a Lewis Hamilton type S type move. He just to be honest, he's making it look as easy as pie, to be honest. But let's concentrate on what's going on at the front of the field now. We're going to see what other battles we have got. Closing up ahead. Wolf is now closing up to Seppel now. He is about, I think he's about 0.2 of a second now in there. He's making it look easy. And oh! Our first penalty belongs to King. I think it's a 1 second. I'm not entirely sure. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'll need to double check. There we go. He has got a 2 second time penalty. 2 seconds. This could be very detrimental if he wants to win this race. He might be pulling back a bit now due to this time penalty, but he needs to pick up the pace just a little bit more, I think. But I think Carfox is the best of the rest of the moment in third. Seppel already trying to fend off Wolf as much as he can now. It's the closest battle on track at the moment. Seppel is not going to make things easier for Wolf as Wolf tries to make a move down the outside of Seppel. Seppel, nice defensive work from Seppel there. Not making it look easy, but it's a great defensive move, which is what you need, to be honest. It shows Seppel is not giving up. Seppel wants to have a better result today than he did in the last few races, because he's had a bit of bad luck, to be honest, in the last few races, which is a bit of a shame because he had a great start to the season. And is Wolf going to make a move? Seppel might try to make a move down the inside of Wolf now. Can he do it? No, he can't. Seppel had to make do with that, and Wolf is down up into 4th place already. How's he making through to the rest of the field so fast? It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. But oh! We might have missed a move. I think, oh no, we haven't. I think King was trying to make a move out on the outside of Moo. Cut the corner a little bit there as he tries to squeeze into this corner. This is getting ever so close. Let's ride on board with Moo then, as Moo's trying to make another move. So, our Tier 2 champion is now leading this Grand Prix. We need to pull out a bit of a gap at the moment because of that 2 second time penalty. So he's got to make sure he does that. But you can see Moo is trying to make sure that he's trying to lead into King making some sort of mistake here. He hasn't won at all in this season, and he doesn't want to let a newbie in this tier spoil the party. But it can be done because these drivers are very talented. They're in this tier for a reason. It's nice to have King guest starring in this for a while. So, what other battles have we got emerging, which are probably towards the back of the field? We've got Ninja as well closing in along with Rainbow. So we've got Rainbow and Ninja trying to battle it out. Possibly the last few points. Don't forget the last few points do count, and all I've seen Rainbow almost spinning it into the wall there, but he actually managing it to recover a bit. So that was absolutely very nice for him. It is getting quite dark, but the game settings on this game for Project Cars oh! Contact! I spoke too soon! Oh, Ninja and Rainbow making a mistake, both of them making contact. And Ninja's gone in. Oh, Ninja's out! Ninja is out of this. Oh, I was hoping he'll have a good finish today, but he hasn't. He's out. He is retired from this GT3. Not a way to end this championship for him. He'll be extremely disappointed about what has happened. But I think Rainbow will have to keep his head down now and see if he can catch up to 8th place. What a shame. What a shame. That is a shame from these two guys. But hopefully we can get some more battles coming up underway as well. So we've got the One American and Selpie is our next battle up the road as well. The gaps are starting to increase a little bit, but we are seeing some battles further away down the field. Possibly Selpie will try and make a move on the One American, but I think he make things better of it at the moment. It's looking to be very good. I think he'll probably have another opportunity towards the start-finish straight to get the job done. He has lost a bit of time in that lap going into turn 1, probably because he was held up from the back a little bit. But you never know. I think Selpar has made the move on the One American by the looks of things, and it's now up into 6. So we're not missing these battles here. It's great to see we are catching up. Where's the One American? Where is he? He seems to be struggling. Oh no! I don't know what happened with the One American, but hopefully he can make some time up as much as he can at the moment. We are seeing a lot of people getting a lot of damage in this Watkins Glen Grand Prix. It is quite hard to decide when to make an overtake on this track, to be honest. So that is why it is quite difficult. So I think Wolf has made the move on Seppelden, and the One American is slowing down. He is deciding to pull up. Hopefully he can continue, but he probably will have to limp to the pits. Or has he got a puncher? He might have a puncher. I don't know. But let's make sure we keep an eye on some more other battles coming up as well. Wolf's next target now is Parfox. Can Wolf do it? He has shown the pace there before at the moment. Can he do it ever so nicely? Now the thing with the Xbox platform, it is quite hard to overtake because you get a few people lagging, or the handling, or some oversteer problems or stuff like that. So it's not easy to brake as much than the other platforms. So that is why the drivers are finding it extremely tricky, which is why we're not seeing much for turnout tonight. But you never know. You never know. But we will have to wait and see for that one. So already the gap between Moo and King is 1.8. He's got to make another 0.2 of a second, and then his lead will be comfortably his, but they need to pit. But his pace of the Tier 2 champion looks to be very, very promising at the moment, because he was almost a second quicker than his previous lap, his personal best. So that is absolutely brilliant to see. And I think the One American has gone into the pits right now. So I think he must have got a bit of damage or something, but hopefully he can recover from that. King is definitely showing the world what he's made of. He's showing, oh, just because I'm was in Tier 2, that doesn't mean I need to take my foot off the pedal. He wants to show that he can win races and show the Tier 1 drivers that he is a force to be reckoned with in next year. Well, next year? Oh my god, not next year. Next season. But again, we will have to wait and see. So we are on lap 8 of this Watkins Glen Grand Prix. The visibility does look to be quite tricky at the moment, so a lot of people will be having their headlights, but the sunset does look pretty nice in Watkins Glen right now. And it'll be a nice atmosphere for these guys to drive. And most of these guys who race in Tier 1 don't use any assist at all, because they want to be challenged. They want to do stuff which is out of their comfort zone as much as they can. So yeah, and also let me know if you are planning to race in any of the new leagues for Project Cars 2 coming up pretty soon. Would you possibly want to race in the GT3 Leagues for Season 11? Let us know in the comments below or in the chat below. It will be interesting to see some new drivers. Just a quick reminder, Le Mans happening in 2 weeks' time, the Triple Crown event. A lot of these drivers that are racing today will be taking part in this, which will be absolutely great. So make sure you check out the stream on the 2nd at 7:30. I'll be commentating as usual, and Aidan will be joining me. But I think the battle now between Parfox and Wolf is definitely going to be heating up. But is Wolf going to try and make a move, or will Parfox not make it easy? Let's ride on board with Wolf for a minute then, to see if he can get the job done. Yeah, Parfox is definitely not making it look easy. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Parfox as he goes into the uphill, tricky uphill corner. Yeah, it is quite tricky to know where to brake for these type of corners. And as he goes through the straight here, is it possible for him to make a move down the outside or the inside? A lot of these drivers are getting penalties. We are seeing the likes of Rainbow and oh, there's a bit of contact from Wolf and Parfox there. He had to get the position back, I think, or it might be just a game glitching on me, but you never know. And I think Wolf has got the position on Parfox. So Wolf is already up into third place. And to be honest, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Now, 3 seconds now between King and Moo. King is definitely surprising me. He's doing incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff from him. And let's see what battles happening on further down the field. We've got Chaos Fury and Cellpart closing in quite nicely. And we also got Cellpart right behind as well, and Rainbow closing in as well. So a three-way battle for 6th place. Usually the midfield battles are usually the ones I like to see. Now, a few people are commenting in the chat about PC drivers and thinking that Jardier is one of the best PC drivers. Yes, to be honest, I personally agree. When Jardier drives for Project Cars 2 on PC, he is a machine. It doesn't matter what car he's in, he definitely pulls out all the goods to make sure he wins the championship. He's just amazing. I absolutely love watching him. I do like watching his streams on his YouTube channel as well, so yeah, I can totally agree with it. Totally agree with it. So we have got Rainbow then up in 7th. I think he's mainly past Cellpart. This could prove to be quite interesting as it goes through to the latter stages. And when will they choose and decide to pit? Because this could prove to be a very interesting strategy. Rainbow's fuel seems to be alright. Chaos Fury is alright, and so is Cellpart. So all three of these guys, the midfield runners, are managing their fuel load very, very well. They're doing it ever so nicely at the moment. But don't forget, Rainbow has got a penalty. I need to actually check what penalty he's got. Just hold on a second. Rainbow's got 1 second, and Frangwish has got 1 second. So not as serious as our race lead at the moment. So as long as he's ahead of everybody else, he's trying to get by 1 second, he should be fine. Absolutely fine. And as we see the gap start to increase, the fuel will start to possibly increase the pace on some of these drivers a little bit. Do they want lower fuel so they can make it all the way to the end and make sure they close it down to score the valuable points they need? Or will they prefer to pit on brand new tyres? Don't forget, each driver has got to make a mandatory pit stop in order to make sure this works. And if they don't make a mandatory pit stop, then that's when they will have to have a penalty, which will be a bit of a shame to end it on a bad note. So Wolf seems to be quite far behind his teammate now. It's not catching up, but the fastest lap so far is Moo with a 1:44.2 along with Wolf. So the two Janettas pulling out fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap. So that is great to see at the moment. that those two are doing it. They are showing that they are a force to be reckoned with. And because of these high speed corners, they got to make sure that they react quite quickly. Because if they get to a corner and then they realise they've got a brake and they do it too late, then they could bin it, they can put it into a wall, and that won't be very good. I think that's what's very tricky around this circuit. There's a lot of very twisty corners around this circuit, which is why these drivers find it so hard at times to not gain penalties. Because we have had a few corner cuts this race so far, so the drivers have got to be more aware, I think, because this could be, the corner cuts can be taken to the stewards, but again, we don't really want that to happen in this final race. Now, I need to get my glasses on actually, because it is quite hard to see as it gets starting to get quite dark in the game. And also, let me know in the chat, because if any of you have been watching the Project Cars League, the GT3 Season 10, since the very start, let me know what has been your favourite moment of the GT3 Leagues. What's been your favourite... Oh, someone else has retired. Who has retired? So it's not King, it's not Moo, it's not Wolf, it's not Path, it's not Sepal, it's not Chaos, it's not Rainbow. Ninja! Well, Ninja's not there. Chirac is not there. So I think they're both out. Oh, that's a shame. We've already got a lot of retirees of this Grand Prix. Wolf is starting to close in onto Moon now. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing ever so nicely. But as I was saying, let me know what your favourite moment of the Xbox One Tier 1 League. What has been your favourite overtake? What's been your favourite race to watch so far? It'll be interesting to see. For the ones in the chat, let us know what you think as well. Well, to be honest, out of all the tracks, I've got to say my favourite one. Let me just get the calendar up very quickly. So I need to remember, because I think it was the second wet race of the season, or was it the third? It was either the second or the third, where Sepal almost had the win, and he just got snatched. And Wolf and Sepal were extremely close. I forgot what round was that, but to be honest, that will have to be my favourite race of this GT3 season. Let me just check very quickly. Let me just check. It's gotta be. It's gotta be that. Because it was very changeable conditions and it got very wet towards the end. It was Donington. Yeah. I think it was Donington where that happened. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was Donington when there was changeable conditions. And it was absolutely fun to watch. Because usually in Donington we get quite wet. And I think we got a battle between Moo and Wolf here. I think Wolf has made the move done on Moo quite easily, in fact. So he's already made a lot of positions there. But can he close up to the Tier 2 champion of King? We will have to find out as we get through halfway of this Grand Prix. I don't know why I keep saying Grand Prix, but you never know. Parfox and Sepal are starting to close in now. Sepal is gaining a lot of speed on the straights, more than Parfox is. Parfox is slowing down. That's allowing Sepal to take the position. I don't know if Parfox was involved in some sort of contact, or I really don't know what's happened. But he seemed to be going at such a slower pace than Sepal was. Or did he allow him through? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Because Sepal is having a not too bad a race. This is one of the races where he's showing more of his He's showing more of his prowess at the moment, at this stage. He's showing what to do. He's doing as much as he can as well. So, right, I'll need to check the chat. Okay, check the chat. Yes, I did get the one American. Oh, it was the one American that retired. Because, yeah, it was the one American. Thanks, Aiden. Yeah, because he had that crash. And he was living into the pits. And he crashed. So it was the one American. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. So, yeah, there's quite a few people that retired already. Oh, Seppel's binned it in the wall. Oh, so this track is a lot harder than I thought. It is very hard. It is very hard. It is under braking that gets difficult mid-corner. It is quite tricky. And I think Parfox, due to this struggle, is going into the pits right now. Let's see if we can get a better pit stop. And Aiden's best moment of the GT3 Leagues was the huge crash at Bruno. Was it like was it in the first lap, by any chance? It was at the first lap. That was quite an interesting moment, because you never know what might happen with that. Bruno was actually quite a good Grand Prix as well. I enjoyed that. Bruno and Donington and all the endurance races was quite fun too. Yeah, thanks Aiden for pointing that out. And the YouTube chat is a bit of a delay, so that's why I'm not getting the messages quick enough. So I will keep close eye on the battles as they emerge. As Parfox is now in last place after, I don't know what happened with him, probably going a bit of damage or something, but his damage seems to be repairing a little bit there. So already down to 9 drivers already at this halfway stage, which is a bit of a shame, but we're hoping these 9 drivers are finishing as much as they can, as much as possible. I need to be more alert with these battles as much as possible, because you guys seem to be knowing who's retired what, but I've been concentrating more on the battles, but some of you guys are concentrating more on who's retired. So thank you guys for pointing it out. So yeah, it is quite tricky around this circuit to make sure they do it. And Chaos Fury almost made it down to the pits there, but he decided not to. It is coming to the pit window for some of them. Wolf is starting to burn his fuel just a little bit, but he seems to be managing his fuel quite nicely. And he's now 4 seconds down on King. When will they pit? That's the question. We will have to find out. And to be honest, I got to say at the moment, King has not disappointed me so far in this Tier 1 race. He's played his strategy to perfection. He's controlling the race brilliantly. He's been producing some brilliant laps, actually, some very impressive laps. And he's not letting the pressure get to him. He's doing awesome. Absolutely great. And if he gets to Tier 1 next season, whoa, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm predicting if he gets to Tier 1 next season, he's going to win a lot of races. And it also does depend on what tracks the coordinators choose. And it'll be interesting to find out your opinions on what tracks do you want the drivers to race next season. What do you want to see? Because there are loads of tracks in the Project Cars 2 game that can be raced in this. And there's a few tracks I haven't seen them race before. Or in the GT3 Leagues. So it could be quite tricky racing a few. You know, you never know. You never know. It is something that the drivers have got to basically take into consideration as much as possible. As much as they can. So, there's not much battles happening now because people are starting to pit. I think we got Frank Wish in 8th. Parfox I think is closing in. But they're on slower fastest laps, but that's because they went straight out of the pits. But them trying to claw their way back up the field, hopefully they'll have the pace to do so as much as possible. Shane has just asked a question. How many races do you do a season? Well, in each GT3 season, we do 10 races. But this season, we've had 2 1.5-hour endurance races, which proved to be a very good twist because it was at reverse championship status. And it just goes to show. Excuse me, I'm very tired today. It just goes to show who are the best drivers and who can claw their way back up the field. So I think some has been 10, some seasons has been 8, and some of them has been 12. Oh, so it does vary every season then. But I know in season 9 there was 10 races. But I know in this season it's 10. And it's going to be an off season of the GT5s starting from the 3rd of September. 5th. No, not 3rd. 5th. The Ginetta GT5s. It's going to be the same time as the GT3 is for 4 weeks. I'll be missing, if I am commentating for this, I'll have to miss 1 race because I will be away on the 12th of September. I'm going away from the 8th to the 15th. Very excited. Be going away from my friends for the first time properly. So Ryan wants to see Silverstone in the GT3 Leagues. Oh my god, that will be incredible. I would love to see Silverstone, but I think that was in season 9. I think Silverstone was in season 9, if I believe. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ada may know more than me, but I think Silverstone was in season 9. But I would like to see it in season 11. I would like to see Silverstone on the calendar because Silverstone is a great race to commentate at. I am being a bit biased because I do play the F1 games quite a lot, and I do enjoy driving and commentating for Britain. But it will be absolutely amazing to see that. Really, it will be great actually, and Spa as well. Spa will be a great. Oh yeah, Spa will be amazing to see in these GT3 cars. I wonder if to be honest, it'll be great to have a 90-minute endurance race around Spa. That'll be a one to watch. How could GT3 cars go through Eau Rouge? That'll be amazing, not gonna lie. But I may have different opinions. Yeah, it was season 9 that they. Yeah, thanks Aiden, by the way. Because he did commentary for season 9. Okay, so yeah, Silverstone was in the. I had a feeling Silverstone was in season 9. I had an inkling, but yeah, if Silverstone is not in season 11, I definitely want Spa to be, because yeah. And Shanae said Old Spa will be fun to watch. I don't know what the Old Spa is, but you never know. But anyway, going back to the action then, guys. Chaos Fury's in 5th place. We had a few questions on who is in 5th. Chaos Fury. So we're going to go through the order then quickly. King is in 1st, but he's got a 2-second time penalty. With Wolf in 2nd. I don't think any of these two have pitted yet. Moo is in 3rd. Seppel in 4th. Chaos Fury in 5th. Rainbow in 6th. Zelpar in 7th. Frangwish in 8th. And Parfox in 9th. And we've had a few retirees already for this Grand Prix. From the likes of the one American and Ninja. Are 2 retirees. I think Chirac DC'd, I think, as well. So those are the 3 people that are retired this race. But the ones that are still left are being extremely close with their fastest laps as well. We're approaching lap 20 now, so we've got 15 laps left of this Grand Prix. This is anyone's game right now. Can King score his first win of Tier 1? Or would Wolf gain his 8th win from 10 races? Either one will be absolutely incredible for this final race. Yes, Rhino, there is a historic Spa in the Project Cars 2 game. To be honest, I haven't raced it, but I would love to race this. I would love to race Historic Spa and driving it and possibly commentate on it. To be honest, that will be absolutely amazing. Because there is quite a historic few tracks as well, and I would like to race in Historic Le Mans as well, because I think there is Historic Le Mans, if I'm mistaken, as well. I think that's one of the things I like about Project Cars too, of the variety of tracks you can do. And I want to see a DLC where they bring back some historic tracks, because that'll just be amazing to see on this game. A lot more historic tracks. I don't know if Project Cars 2 are bringing any more DLC, but I really hope they do, because this game definitely does have a few potential once it picks out on a few bugs. Apparently, yes, Spa does have some long straights, but does the historic Spa have longer straights than the normal Spa? I really don't know. I don't know much of historic Spa than any of you guys do, but I really don't know. I think the best question will be, I think Shane will know more than me. It's actually called Spa-Francorchamps Historic, just loaded the game up. Okay, thank you, Shane, for that. Thank you, Shane. Now, we're going to see if the battle is closing in between Franglish and Parfox now, which is 2.2. It was 2.3, now it's 2.4. Franglish is starting to show some very good pace at the moment. He's not resting on his laurels. He's not giving up, which is definitely a very good mantra to have. If I was him, I would probably give up. So, to be honest, it's great to see that these drivers are not giving up, because it's very important that they race as much as possible, because wherever they are now, they still can get some very decent points. As Franglish has clipped it a bit on the wall there. Chaos Fury has now got a penalty. Oh! Wolf has got a penalty as well. So 4 people are in this race. I think Franglish has got 1 too. No, it's 5 have got penalties. Let's see. Hold on a second. What penalty has Wolf got? 2 seconds! 2-second penalty for Wolf. So it is even Stevens between King and Wolf now. No matter where they finish, it doesn't matter as long as Moo doesn't close up. But yeah, 2 seconds. Wolf. What a shame. What a shame. But he's done so well already to gain like about loads of positions already. So pretty good. As we have our first leading pack going into the pits then. And that is the light of Seppel. Looks like he's just going for tyres. Yep, he is just going for tyres, because his tyres are getting cool at the moment. He is deciding that he's probably going to take some fuel you think his fuel will last towards the end of the race. And to be honest, I agree with Shane on this one. The battles on track should not be decided by penalties. It should be decided fair and square. And pretty much almost every driver has got a penalty except Moo, Seppel, Cellpart and Parfox. So those 4 are keeping it as clean as possible. So a very clean pit stop from Seppel there. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Him definitely showing what he's made of, and he's definitely having a fantastic race so far. He'll probably be happy, because there'll be people around him that hasn't pitted yet, and he probably has pitted at the right time. So brilliant stuff from Seppel at the moment. So because he's made his mandatory pit stop now, he doesn't have to pit now until the end of this race. So Wolf, the gap is 2.3 seconds. Moo is now deciding to pit. So we're seeing a lot of people now thinking that either the tyres are not managing well or they're not going to have much fuel. They can't decide what they're going to take, so they don't even need to take anything, but it is quicker to take one or the other. I couldn't really tell. No, it was just tyres for Moo. It was just tyres for Moo he's decided to take. which is, I think, quite a good move for him. Because, again, he's on a decent amount of fuel as well. So that could be interesting. And I think what I would like to see, based on the comments in the chat, if there's enough tracks for it, I want to see a classic tracks league. I don't know like what cars they would, but I would like to see a classic tracks league on Project Cars 2, where all the classic tracks get raced at, and maybe have like a 4-race season on it. Because to be honest, that would be pretty cool. Shane has just read my mind. Shane might have thought I read the chat, but I didn't. I didn't. Because the YouTube chat is so delayed, you only get to see my opinions like about 20-30 seconds later. Yeah, classic season will be amazing. And possibly some classic cars as well in the game. That'll be amazing. I'm gonna suggest that. I'm gonna suggest that and see what they think. Because that'll be so much, to be honest, that'll be so much fun. And it'll be so much fun for you guys as viewers, as spectators, to watch as well. I don't know if you agree with me or not or anything like that, but yeah, that'll be absolutely cool. Shane and I are on the same wavelength tonight. To be honest, that is pretty cool. It's nice to see we're on the same wavelength, to be honest. I am talking some randomness at the moment because... Oh, did Wolf pit? Did Wolf pit because he's far behind? Yeah, Wolf must have pitted, I think. I'm not sure. Did you guys see... I wasn't paying attention because I was talking more about classic cars at the moment, just to pass the time because of the gaps. He's either that or he's lost a bit of time. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's pitted or not. I think he has, you know. I think he saw Moo pit and he was like, right, I'm going to pit as well. Yeah, I think most of you are agreeing that a classic season should take place. That'll be brilliant. That'll be absolutely amazing. I'll get back to you on that, and I really hope a classic season takes a hold. Because yeah, it will be quite a popular season, I think, to see the classic cars that we don't usually see on AOR make an appearance in the Project Cars 2 leagues. Yeah, I think Wolf's down because he's done the undercut. I think King has made the gamble now. He's seen the gap between Wolf and he's deciding to pit. Let's see how this pit stop does. He's got to make it count. He's got to make a clean pit stop. He is just going for tyres. Ah, this is not the best pit stop from him. But it hasn't been the worst. It has been the worst. Let's see where Wolf is. Wolf is down the straight. Wolf is in the lead. So I think Wolf has made the undercut work. And Aiden would like to see the Formula Ford car. To be honest, I would like to see the Formula Ford car. And there's also a few Lotuses I'd like to see. And to be honest, the Mustang has so much horsepower in this game. And the engine of the Mustang in the Project Cars 2 game is... Oh, so much, you know... I've been watching like other people's streams and it's just so much fun to drive. I am tempted, like after the hype of F1 2018 dies down, next week on my channel, I really want to do a classic cars stream. That'll be so much fun. And get some of you guys involved. That'll be great. That will be great. Or maybe a classic cars social. That will be fun. That will be fun to do. I know I keep throwing down some loads of ideas tonight, but there's not much happening on track that I can't really, you know, pass the time on that. There's not much going on track at all that I've been talking about leagues that will be a great idea. Now, Aiden is off now, so bye Aiden. It was great to know your thoughts as well. Aiden will be joining me in Le Mans in about 2 weeks' time, so it'll be great to have him in the commentary box there. And we got 10 laps of this Grand Prix, and already it is shaping up to be very close. Wolf has made the undercut work on King already, but I can say King has definitely impressed me tonight. And Mu's got to do his absolute best to try and close in on King. Can it be done? We will have to wait and see. Seppel now is going to be trying to close in onto Rainbow. We've got another close battle on track, which is going to emerge, which is between these two, in fact. Don't forget, the last 10 laps of this Grand Prix is definitely very, very critical. It is not won until the last turn of the last lap. It is all to play for these guys. It is absolutely amazing. It's great to see these drivers battle it out to the fullest. And it's actually been absolutely fun to commentate as well. To be honest, I only found out I was commentating on this, I think it was either the day before or the morning of. It was either the day before, or the morning of the first race, because they were looking for commentators for Project Cars 2 on Xbox. They didn't have any commentators for Xbox at the time, or streamers. So I was like I think I messaged King Kodiak and I was like, have you got any commentators for Xbox One yet for GT3? And they were like, no, would you like to do it? And I was like, yes. So it kind of just went from there, and I started commentating on Project Cars 2 leagues from then on, and I've been asked to do so many other leagues for them, for Project Cars 2, and commentate on them. And to be honest, it's been really fun. And to be honest, the guys from the Xbox One Tier 1 have been the nicest people I have ever come across in league racing. They've been so constructive. If they see that I need to improve on commentary to make the races more entertaining to watch, they would give me feedback, and I would join a party on them every week just before the race, just to give them an inspiring talk and just find out what their strategy is and stuff like that. And they are just generally a really nice bunch of people. And they are, to be honest, they're all good sports. They really are. They are just generally nice people, and I give credit to all of them when it's due, because they've shown some very good races, and it's been very nice to get to know them properly. And a lot of these people will be racing in Le Mans in a few weeks' time, and I'll be very excited to see them race again in those. I think a lot of people will be racing in the GT3s, the GTEs. Because I mean, the GTEs are a lot faster, but again, I really don't know. So yeah, thanks to the drivers for making this season definitely one to remember, and also our sponsors, Elgato and Fastmaster. Elgato is the capture card I'm using to stream this lovely race, which is the HD60S, and also I'm using the Stream Deck to do some things as well and switch between scenes. And it's been great. It's been great to be partnered with them, and also Fastmasters, who provide all the wheel equipment and stuff like that. They've been great. And also in the last week, we've recently secured a partnership with GT Amiga Racing, which is a great partnership, to be honest, which should help a lot of the GT3 drivers and the GT5 drivers. And it is, to be honest, when I saw that they got partnered with AOR, it's great. And we also recently got partnered with Sebi Graphics. He's going to do all our graphics for us now, from now on. And we've seen his latest graphics, we've seen his banner, we've seen the thumbnails. He is Sebi Graphics. If you haven't seen his graphics, he is absolutely incredible. So heads up to him for him doing so well on the graphics. So some great partners throughout this league, and we are very looking forward to continuing our partnership with these companies throughout our Project Cars 2 lifespan on AOR. It has been fun. The game has had its ups and downs on Xbox One, but hopefully the game will improve in order to make sure the racing is as clean as possible. It is starting to get a bit darker now in this circuit of Watkins Glen, so the visibility, most of these guys now are going to be on full beam capacity at the moment, because that's what they are. And if it's just me, I am noticing it's getting a bit darker. But Seppel is trying. We got a few more battles emerging now. We got Rainbow and Seppel then, both of them trying to close in. I'm just going to see how much Seppel has gained this lap. I don't think it's going to tell me much, but already Seppel is down into 5th. I think Wolf did pit, but I didn't really see him pit as much, unfortunately, but hey ho. So considering Wolf started from the back of the field, he's done an absolutely splendid job to go from where he is to where he is now. To be honest, he can't afford to bottle this now. He just can't. I have noticed on I've been looking at a few tiers at the moment on AOR, and their races are a lot more darker than ours. I don't understand. Their races are way darker. I don't know. It might be just they're going towards the end of the race where it gets even more darker, but the visibility and the track layout for them in their head, in their brain, this does start to get a bit more difficult in the dark. So, to be honest, their braking distances is doubled in the dark, basically. Just like in real life, you got to be a bit more cautious, because you got to look in your mirrors a little bit more, make sure that you make some very clean overtakes as much as possible, because usually, to be honest, I never race in the dark at all in a Project Cars 2 game. Maybe it's something that I want to challenge myself a little bit, but that probably won't happen. That might not work, because I'm usually quite rubbish in the dark. But yeah, because what I've seen from the other tiers that started before us, it does get dark towards the end of the race. So that is what these drivers are experiencing right now. Oh, Seppel's got a penalty. These drivers, man, are getting penalty after penalty. Hold on a second. Let me just check the timing sheet quickly. Franglish got another penalty, 4 seconds. King has got a second penalty again. So his penalty is up to 3 seconds. Seppel's got a 1 second, so not bad. So Moo and Parfox are the only ones that are keeping it clean, because Selpar has also got a penalty as well. I did say Watkins Glen is quite a common track to get penalties at, and I was definitely not wrong. I was definitely not wrong. Because, especially in these types of conditions. But however, luckily, it's not raining. It's not raining whatsoever in this track, which is quite good, I think. But usually the wet races usually bring a bit more surprise. There's a I think Rainbow's trying to make sure Seppel doesn't overtake him. Seppel is 2.1 seconds behind Rainbow now. Is he going to try and make another move? We will have to wait and see for that one. We will have to find out, see how he does with that. See if he can make the move done. See if he could make the move stick. I am just going to see if my party is working, because because I couldn't connect to a party earlier when I was chatting. I'm just going to see if I can actually access the party like normal, because if not, I will have to, yeah, the Xbox app is playing up at the moment, and I can't join any parties, so unfortunately I won't be doing any interviews tonight because of that. But hey ho. So we're approaching the final 4 laps of this final round of this championship. To be honest, I'm going to be very sad when it's all over. Because like I said, these drivers have always pulled up a show every single week. They've been stars, they've been awesome, and such a privilege to watch these guys develop, like I said. And going into next season, we could see different winners. We could see the same winners. Only time will tell with these guys. I guess a lot of these guys will be putting in a lot of practice. Will some of these guys going into the Genetic GT3 Leagues? We will have to find out. And yeah, a lot of penalties seem to be going into the bus stop according to some people. Because, to be honest, when I was practicing earlier, when I was practicing for my commentators challenge, which I do on my channel, a few corner cuts I've done were in the bus stop chicane. I haven't filmed my commentators challenge yet. I'm going to be filming it with 2 or 3 special people, but I'm not going to give too much away. But concentrating on this league, because that's what we're here for. So I think the interesting battle you guys want to see. No, I don't usually like joining parties, Shane, whilst I'm commentating, because it does distract them. It does distract them a bit. But yeah, it does distract them a little bit. But hey ho, the gap is now 1.8 seconds. King is definitely the fastest man on track right now. He's falling out fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap. Already. He is showing signs of not to stop. But he is slowing down slightly. He's now 2.3, or it might be Wolf gaining a bit more pace, but it is dark. Visibility, it is quite low, so you never know with this occasion what might happen between these guys. So to be honest, I completely forgot what car he's driving. He's driving a Blanche Pan car. I should have checked the car. Well, I did try join their party, Shane, before. When I started the stream and when I joined their party, it didn't work. So it is a nightmare, the Xbox app tonight, to be honest. But hopefully I'll have it fixed when I next stream Xbox One. I can tell you that. So we are heading to 2 more laps of fun, 2 more laps of action, the final 2 laps of this GT3 Season 10 of Project CARS 2 on AOR. It's definitely been a roller coaster for these guys. Everyone has had their ups and downs. I have to be honest, I think everyone's had their downs. Everyone's had a race where it has not gone according to plan. Oh, someone went off. I didn't see that. Who was it? I don't know who it was. I think Seppel made it past Rainbow, so maybe it might have been something in Rainbow, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it as clear as I would have liked to. But again, to be honest, I don't know. King 2 seconds, now he's 8. Wait, what? No. King is 2.5 seconds now. He's still 2.5. Oh no, he was 8. Now he's 2. Yes, he is definitely showing some very good pace right now. He was 1 second down a minute ago, so that was good. So he might be closing in quite nicely on Wolf. To be honest, what he's thinking in his mind right now, he's not letting Wolf win the race that easy. I can tell you that. That's what he doesn't. He doesn't want Wolf to win this race. to be honest. Someone's messaging me saying, going on to me, no, I'm still streaming. Because I usually start the stream later than all the other guys, because obviously we do practice and stuff. So that's why ours is still going on. But maybe they did their practice earlier, I don't know. But hey ho. A lot more people getting penalties. Only Parfox and Moo are the only ones without penalties now. They've got to be extremely careful now to not get much penalties. Because to be honest, I don't really want the race to be decided on penalties. That will just be a shame. Especially after the hard work they have put in. But we are about to go to this final lap of this GT3 Season 10. Wolf has definitely been the dominant car and driver of this league. He has shown last week why he was the Season 10 champion. And even though he started at the back of the field on purpose, he is still managed to make his way up the field and managing to go out on top, which just goes to show how talented of a driver he is. And he definitely is going to be a force to be reckoned with in Season 11. And he's going to be absolutely awesome in Le Mans as well, and in other leagues that he's going to take part in as well. So I'm definitely going to be watching him to see how he does in this league next season. I'm very looking forward to see how well he does. I know I keep saying that, but oh well. As I wonder if Wolf will be doing donuts again. If he does donuts, I'll be so happy. But I think King behind him is giving up slightly because he's going down the pace at the moment. But Wolf, I think, is about to go through the penultimate corner then. And this is the final race of this championship, and he's going on to win the final race in Watkins Glen. A dominant performance, and he's definitely my driver of the day. He's gone from 10th on the grid to winning. He definitely just goes to show. And a big also well done to King, our Tier 2 champion, who made the jump to Tier 1 just for tonight, and it is in 2nd place. Absolutely amazing. Not many people who jump from a lower league to a higher league do as well as this guy did. Absolutely amazing. Great stuff from him. I'm very impressed with how well he's managed to transition from Tier 2 to Tier 1. I can safely say that I'm impressed. I hope you guys are impressed. Rainbow has got some damage. I didn't see the damage. Moo's in 3rd, Seppel's in 4th, Chaos in 5th, Frangwish in 6th, Parfox in 7th, and I think Rainbow has, I think that was a car that went off that I didn't see, which was a bit of a shame, I think. And Selpart in 9th. So Rainbow, Wolf definitely a dominant result. He only lost 2 races. Absolutely astonishing. He's on a class of his own. Incredible. I don't know how he does it. And yeah, King definitely has worked hard and deserves that P2. Yes, he'll be, to be honest, King will be really happy with the hard work he's put in with this. But a lot of people have got penalties. Rainbow got a 12-second penalty. I don't know how. But anyway, Wolf is in P1, King in P2, Moo in P3, Seppel in P4, Chaos Fury in P5, Frangwish in P6, Parfox in P7, Rainbow in P8, and Selpart in P9. So those were your finishers, and our non-finishers were the One American, Ninja, and Chirac. Unfortunately, after qualifying, Chirac had to retire the car, which was a bit of a shame. Now, due to the fact my Xbox party is not working, I can't find a way to get it working on the Xbox app. Unfortunately, I can't do any interviews, which is a bit of a shame because I wanted to see what King would be like, but you never know. So that is it for Season 10. 10 races of Season 10 for Xbox One Elite Tier has finally come to an end, which I think is going to be very bittersweet because I absolutely enjoy myself. Again, like I said, the drivers have been ever so nice to me since the start. They've been ever so welcoming and they've given me some good feedback along the way. They've generally been the nicest people that I've ever commentated for. So I'd like to say thanks again to the drivers for putting on a show. They've been absolutely amazing all season, so thank you. Thank you to you guys who have been watching the stream, because the amount of support you've given to AOR every week for Project Cars 2 has been astonishing. I would like to also say thank you to our sponsors, Elgato, Thrustmasters and GT Amiga Racing. And also thanks obviously to Fizzy for creating the thumbnails for us, because without him there'll be no thumbnails, and how would I do the screen that you're seeing right now. So yeah, it's been a great season. I'm sad it's over, but I'm going to be very excited for Season 11. The next Project Cars 2 League on a Wednesday night for 4 weeks will be the Ginetta GT5. I think I will be, I'm not sure if I'll be commentating on that or not. I think I probably will. I will be missing 1 week though. But I'll also be commentating on IndyCar on Monday. Yeah, Monday I will be commentating for IndyCar for Xbox One. So make sure you join me then. I think it's at 8 o'clock. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll need to double check. But it is at 8 o'clock UK time, so make sure you check the stream next Monday for that if you want to watch some more Project Cars 2 action. And we've got iRacing on Friday with the Formula Renault. It's always a privilege to watch that stream. And on Saturday, I'll be streaming Dirt 4, the rerun of round 1. So make sure you check out, because it's a rallycross. It's absolutely fun to stream that, so make sure you check that out as well. So, until now then, I've been Jessica Games 95. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the season, because I definitely did. It's been really fun, and I can't wait for next season. And have a good evening, everybody, and I will see you next time. Goodbye now.